Hey, coming up right now, some serious stuff. New research shows that more than 100 deaths in the United States have been linked to a popular weight loss drug. Is it user error or something in the medication?
Also coming up, an influencer's gender reveal party takes air pollution to new heights. Why celebrating with blue and pink smoke could be on the way out.
A little bit later on, meet a real-life giant who gets bombarded with all sorts of bizarre questions.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. We are so happy to have you here as we kick off a great week packed with trending news and entertainment. And this past weekend, weather-wise, unbelievable.
But that's pretty much it for us, I think.
That's it. We're back. Yeah, we're in Florida,
Yes.
which means we'd have one day it was really crazy, cold, and then warm the next.
Yeah.
Looks like we're that trend of
We're
warmth
back
is
into
here.
the 90s, but feels like 190.
Are you handling the weather okay, Matt Doolittle?
As you guys know, I sweat profusely.
Yes, you do.
So it is back to nothing but Nike polos and gray gym shorts that I walk around in all the time. The jeans, the sweaters. This is probably the last time I'll wear this for a while. They all go back into the suitcases that are stored in the back of the closet.
Okay, that's the crappiest apology I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, now we have to see.
Yes, now you have to see all the scars and stuff on my legs. I'm sorry, Mitch.
So does that mean that he's coming to work in shorts and like a sweat top kind of thing?
I would,
Okay.
I would,
It's
yeah.
it's 7
It
in
would
the
be
morning
fun.
in this town. You're sweating when you walk out
It
to your
is
car.
true. It is
It's
true.
a wet blanket
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, I found the perfect job for Matt Doolittle.
Okay,
Oh, geez.
Matt, get ready.
Cat cuddler.
Don't-
Professional cat cuddler. Yes. A pet food company is paying one person $10,000 to cuddle with kittens during kitten season for 6 months and, keep them company and cuddle with them and love on them.
All right, so first off, I just got done celebrating Ford Truck Month and then Toyota's month, and now there's
Kitten season.
kitten season. I'm gonna have to get ready for. And what are the qualifications for this, Matt? See if you got it.
You've got to go through a series of questions. You have to answer their questionnaire, which I don't think is probably that difficult. Okay. And so I suppose that you get picked, but the company is called Acana cat food.
A can of cat food.
Acana,
Acana.
A-C-A-N-A, Acana
All right.
cat food. And you'll be sent to the Best Friends Animal Society, which is a huge animal rescue society. I believe they have one in Utah. And you will be asked to cuddle with kittens.
Okay, now kittens. There's a point. Matt, back me up on this. There's a point where cats don't like to be cuddled anymore.
Yeah.
And so kittens, I could
It's
see.
like
right?
4 months. They
Yeah,
start,
and then they're-
wanting to be on their own.
They're like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just
But look, as
stop
long as the
touching
cat
me.
doesn't give you poo paws, you're good.
Yeah.
All right, the questionnaire is 10 questions long, which I
right,
think you can
okay.
totally handle. With inquiries about allergies to cats, what makes the person a good fit for the job, the person's favorite kitten, and more.
I'm good with all that. Yeah, that's fine. I can cuddle. I can do the thing. I don't have allergies to them.
$10,000. I'll do whatever. you want.
Could
I'll
we
cuddle
send
anybody.
Matt on location to the
think it'd be
Best
great.
Friends?
Just throw him
coming
back in a big old pool of kittens.
Yeah.
Just see him all over him. All righty, great job there. All right, maybe Matt apply for that. Let's jump into some trending news. Experts say that a new study reveals possible connection between a popular weight loss drugs and more than 100 deaths in the United States. However, researchers say that none of the deaths have a direct link to weight loss injections, primarily used for type 2 diabetes. Now, they say the fatalities surged more than 230% in 2023. That's about the same time these new prescription drugs became popular for weight loss. Experts say if there are millions more of people taking a drug, then it also raises the likelihood of problems with patients using it. The FDA has previously warned that in rare cases, they can cause intestinal blockage. This also could lead to a rupture of the intestines, sepsis, as well as organ failure. And so many people are just, losing weight is very, very hard to do for some people, and they hear like a miracle pill. And it's just not out there. I mean, there's also a lot that goes along with it.
I think when it comes to weight loss, and you've been on your own weight loss
I have.
journey.
Yeah, I've lost plenty. I went through doing mine through surgery, but nevertheless, it does change your life completely.
And I think when you take a look at this study, you do have to take into consideration that a lot of these weight loss drugs that are trendy now are really meant for type 2 diabetics.
Yes.
They're not meant for weight loss. Weight loss just happens to be a side effect that they noticed once these people were taking this drug. So I think there is some truth to the possibility that it could be user error, because you know how people are. It's like, well, if one is good, 5 is even better, right?
No, 100%.
And who knows what that does to your system?
Wasn't there a lot of people also saying about Ozempic is like when they got off it, they gained the weight back
I heard that too.
really fast and even more.
Even more,
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
if that's not discouragement enough, I don't know what
Viagra
is.
was supposed to be to help with migraines, and look what that turned into.
Botox? Yeah.
well, it was for sweating first, wasn't it?
It was for
it's
sweating
sweating, and then they figured out it
was
could
for
do
headaches.
Yeah.
And
And then
something
migraines,
else.
and now it's...
And now that's what the excuse for you not to have it. Use it.
Well, what you're about to see is a gender reveal party that turns into what many call a polluted air show. Check this out. An influencer's gender reveal party included a trio of airplanes leaving smoke trails in the sky.
Dear Lord.
Video shows a couple in front of balloons when planes appear in the sky and shoot out a blue-colored powder to reveal the couple is having a baby boy.
Wow, there it is.
Great.
As planes fly by, sparks embedded in the grassy area shoot out with an array of blue confetti and more powdery smoke for a mini explosion. The soon-to-be mom says she doesn't quite understand why people are being so critical. This isn't the first time the internet has been divided over crazy gender reveal parties. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line at flash@dailyflashshow.com. My feeling, they're way over the top. Think of all the money they spent on that, number one. That could have been maybe the first semester of your kid's college. Think about that. But I have seen the best one, and I sent it out. My friend Ross, he lives in Orlando. His sister was having a baby, and he says, I'm going to do a gender reveal for you, right? And he gets 2 wrestlers. He makes up this ring, and one's wearing pink, one's wearing blue. The one in blue is a little person, and the other one is a big 6-foot guy, and they wrestle, and they do all that, and whoever wins. And I go, you know what? It's done. No more after this.
terrific.
That was the absolute best.
That's perfect. I think I'll have ideas for mine in the future.
I think you
Going with that.
I think you should. I think it's I don't know how you're going to top that, but I think it's a great idea. I think the gender, you're going to know for the remainder of the life, what it was born as, and as a boy or girl or whatever. So why are we spending so much time?
I don't
It seems like it's
know.
just for them, a glorification for them as a couple.
Time and money. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
these
it's
things
really
aren't
a waste
cheap.
of money if the boy comes out and goes, nah, I want to identify as a girl.
girl,
So
yeah,
now
we spent-
you
that's the
just
point I was
wasted all
making.
that money.
Yeah.
See, there's a whole new Hallmark holiday there, which, different gender reveal parties.
I have a feeling they're the ones behind it too, Hallmark. All right, let's move on. A 7'1" millennial says that he is constantly stopped on the street by people who ask him all kinds of bizarre questions. The most popular? How tall are you? Do you play basketball? What kind of car do you drive? Well, 30-year-old Bo Brown says that he's no longer put off by the stares and the side remarks. When he played baseball as a child, both parents had to bring his birth certificate to games just to prove his age. Brown's house has been designed with 9-foot ceilings. He also sleeps in a 9-foot-long bed. He also says that he drives a Ford F-150 Lightning full-size pickup truck that fits his long legs. His late dad was 6'9", while his mom is straight up 6 feet tall. Bo is also married, and his wife is no shorty. She's 6'1". And here's a little something for you trivia buffs. There are only 2,800 people in the world who are taller than 7 feet.
Oh my
That's not a lot at all, is it?
No,
28?
no, that's very limited.
If I was this guy, I would have a card made up, right?
Yeah.
And just say, here's
How's
all the answers.
weather up
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
They had a great
Yeah.
video with him meeting Shaq once, and it's just him and Shaq shaking hands over all the short people.
Oh, that's
and
great.
Shaq's like looking at him eye to eye, who he never gets to
That's
do.
great.
Wait, short people, you mean normal size
size
people?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Lenny Kravitz, who is known for his grunge and ab-bearing style, also rocks it out while working out. The 59-year-old American woman singer showed off an ab workout while wearing leather pants, a mesh tank top, sunglasses, and combat boots. Despite his restrictive outfit choice, the musician completes the reps with ease. While some of his fans focused on the difficulty of his workout, others praised his commitment to style. Kravitz says he works out 5 or 6 days a week and is serious about his training. Although the longtime vegan did not reveal why he prefers wearing motorcycle boots in the gym. Whatever the reason, it seems to be working for Mr. Kravitz.
He says that you know what Buc-ee's are, the gas stations.
Yeah.
So he actually drove through Daytona Beach, Florida, and he's like, I've never been to a Buc-ee's before. So he just walked through Buc-ee's like normal person.
Yeah.
And there was somebody, all these people had video cameras up, and he thought it was an incredible experience for him. I think he's a normal guy. Yeah. I think like he would be somebody you could sit down and have a talk with, and God bless him for continuing to work out and look good.
Yeah, and
really
doing
good.
it in combat boots and a mesh tank top.
Yeah, and making it look good. Yeah, it makes people like us look bad, right?
It's everything cool. Like, that's just cool. Like, yeah.
Now I would wear that, and I would go to the gym, but I'd take my picture there, just my selfie, so to prove that I was at the gym. But that's about it. But God bless you, man.
I know. I mean, you got to honor the fact that he does it in such style. And he's just kind of a badass
He's a
altogether.
cool guy. I love it. Hey, we want you to join us more Daily Flash. We got some set up, ready to rock. It is trending news and entertainment right here on Daily Flash.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson, and today's Financially Speaking, we are talking about money and real estate and how your chance to buy a home in the future could be diminishing by the minute. Here to explain why Wall Street might be buying up homes and neighborhoods is James Rodriguez with Business Insiders. He is senior real estate reporter for Business Insider. Welcome back. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about this. What's Wall Street doing when it comes to the housing market? Is it a single family home that they're buying up, or is it entire neighborhoods, or maybe a little bit of both?
Well, so what we saw during the pandemic is really investors got super interested in the residential real estate market. They were buying up single family homes around the country, particularly in the Sun Belt area, the southern half of the U.S. there. And recently I've been writing about this deal where they're not only buying up homes outright, but you also have a handful of investors that are offering these deals known as home equity investments, which is basically, we'll give you a lump sum of cash today. In exchange, you give us a stake in your home, and 10, 20, or 30 years down the line, we can settle up when you sell your home, and they'll get a certain percentage of that sale price. So they're basically co-investing in your home alongside you.
So, James, what are the pros and cons when it comes to using this home equity investment strategy?
So the pros are really, it's not a debt option, it's an equity option. And so, you don't have your debt to income ratio affected. You also don't have monthly payments the way that, traditionally when homeowners tap into their home equity, what they'll do is a cash out refinance, or they'll take out a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit. And all of those are debt options that involve basically taking on more monthly payments. With this, there's no monthly payments, and you basically just settle up sometime in the future when you sell or refinance or maybe take on some additional debt. So
I guess, James, my initial response to this is, how is it different than a reverse mortgage? Because it sounds kind of similar.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are definitely some similarities there. There's no age restriction the way that reverse mortgages have. And kind of looking into the future, it can really, the amount that you end up settling up with the home equity investor can really depend on how much your home appreciates in the meantime. So there's kind of more variability there in terms of what you might actually end up paying back in the future.
How do you think this approach compares to other forms of investment in terms of risk and return? You mentioned, investments and interest rates and bringing on more payments when it comes to using a home equity line of credit, but this sounds a little bit different.
I mean, there definitely are some big risks here. I mean, you're giving up a pretty sizable chunk of your home's value sometime in the future. And so, the critics that I talk to of this investment basically say it's complicated and homeowners might not really understand what they're giving up here. And so, that's something to consider is, you really don't know where home prices are going to be in 10 or 20 years. And if you have an investor who owns the 20% stake in your home, that could end up being a lot more than maybe you anticipated.
Could you end up finding yourself sort of owing more than the house is worth at the end of the day? That seems like a possible scenario if the home values don't increase.
So right now, what we see with investors who are working with homeowners on these types of investments, it's still a very niche product, and the vast majority of homeowners with equity are going the traditional route with a HELOC or a home equity loan, I think what we're seeing here is that I'm sorry. Could you tell me? Could you repeat the question there?
Oh, we were just talking about the pros and cons when it comes to choosing this kind of approach in finding new value in your home. And you were saying the cons, were that it's still kind of a new niche product. But any pros when it comes to this new approach to it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's still a niche product, but what we see is homeowners who are going with this, they have an urgent need now for cash. So maybe they need to pay off a medical bill, they have some emergency costs, or maybe they just want to clear out other high interest debt that's really weighing them down, and they're stuck with all of these monthly payments. So in that respect, you get this lump sum of cash today, and you might be set without monthly payments for a little while.
James, always great to talk to you. This was a fascinating topic. For more information on all things real estate, check out businessinsider.com. James Rodriguez. All right, Mitch, we'll send it over to you.
Interesting things, getting money these days.
Yes.
All right, and then there's this. Baseball and hot dogs, they just go together, right? Well, not anymore in Philadelphia, at least. For the past 25 years, the Phillies there actually used to host $1 hot dog night at their ballpark, but no more. Why? Well, those cheap hot dogs actually became meat byproduct projectiles when some unruly Phillies fans began actually chucking their favorite Hatfield meat during a game last year. There was also a huge demand for those discount dogs at the concourse, and the cramped spaces actually led to security as well as safety concerns. Now, the Phillies officially ended the popular promotion and replaced dollar dogs on select dates with a 2-for-1 deal at 2 April games at Citizens Bank Park. The team said that the change was made, quote, based on the organization's ongoing commitment to provide a positive experience for all fans in attendance. So no more of those $1 hot dog nights. And I know, Jackson, you lived in LA for a while. When I was in Oklahoma City, the Dodgers, one of their farm teams, was based there. It was the Oklahoma City Dodgers. But they also brought in the Dodger dog. Did you have a Dodger dog?
Yeah, Dodger dog. And then, of course, in Los Angeles, Pink's hot dog is its own
that's
thing.
Right, yeah.
Right, but the Dodger dog is legendary. It's like you can't go to a Dodger game without having a Dodger dog.
And I had a hard and fast rule for the longest time. Hot dogs, because now, unless they're pure sausage, hot dog, because again, no one knows what goes in hot dogs. Seriously, no one knows. And the government's even actually cool with it. Like, we're allowed a certain amount of unknown objects to go into a hot dog. Yes, well, you give a Philly fan anything, they're going to throw it. Yes, remember that. Matt was talking about how they were throwing batteries at Santa one time. But nevertheless, I had to try a Dodger dog. Wasn't bad. But the whole time I was thinking, what is inside this thing?
This is more a commentary on Phillies fans.
I think you're right.
It's hot dogs in general.
Indeed. It's National Women's Heritage Month, and we are talking boss ladies and somebody who's changed the world of animation when we return.
This week's Boss Lady, we not only celebrate Women's History Month, but we also recognize a true boss lady who set the precedent for animation design at Disney. Check out this week's tribute to an amazing boss lady named Mary Blair from our friends at Disney+.
Mary Blair had brought her style into these films. She was just a very bold artist. She had impacted all of us. I think she's a legend. She made history. Hello, everyone. I'm Lorelai Beauvais. I'm the Associate Production Designer on Encanto. In honor of Women's History Month, I'm really excited to celebrate the work of Mary Blair. She's a concept artist and designer for such Disney animation classics as Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Pan. So a concept artist or a visual development artist, our job is to support the story visually. In Encanto, I was in charge of designing the worlds, the environments, and also creating characters and their costumes, creating color scripts, sort of like our way to write the story with color. Mary Blair is known for her vibrant art style, her use of color, and a look and feel in her work that continues to make an impact at Disney animation today. She comes up in every single movie. Someone in the room will bring her up as an example, A great place to start when looking at Mary Blair's influence is her work on the beautiful film Cinderella. Like the style of Cinderella is pretty much Mary Blair's style, which is so cool to see on a lot of her paintings, especially this one, where you see the props are a little more stylized, and have a lot of whimsical rhythm. It's not just what they used to do in other films at Disney. You barely see concept art that is translated directly to the movie. So this is an example. It really portrays the same image in the movie. To me, it's like a celebration of the concept art. In Alice in Wonderland, Mary Blair had also a huge influence. The stylization is very, very Mary Blair. It really supports the story. I love this piece of Mary Blair. Like to me, it's very theatrical. It's just like so fun to see how simple she evoked that lighting scenario. This concept art was pretty much translated into the film as is. I love the composition. I think it's genius, how it really supports the story of Alice being so curious and peeking through the handles of the teapots, looking at the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. With Peter Pan, I would point out her color work. This piece is so bold just by the use of color. Like the sky is green. I mean, I love how she just makes very powerful choices. Part of the color choices here, like the ship is like red and it really stands out against the green. They're complementary colors. So of course it's gonna be very vibrant and it's gonna sing. And then you feel those dark shadows on Captain Hook and Smee. Another thing that I really like with her work is just the blunt use of black. She uses that a lot. And I think, it adds so much to that drama and that theatricality. She really broke the mold in animation. It was something that we had never seen before, and thanks to her, she has inspired us all. It was interesting where all the films that I gravitated to usually was just the colors, and especially from Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, and Peter Pan. I didn't find out about her until later in my career when I was studying at CalArts and someone pointed out, your color work, it looks almost like Mary Blair. And I was like, Mary Blair. And then I started looking to her and I was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. Like, that's why, gravitated to those. And now I knew the artist. It was very inspiring to see her, as a woman working back in the 50s, and be able to have a voice, have such a big influence in those movies. And she still has an influence today everywhere in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. Watch all these amazing Walt Disney Animation Studios movies streaming now on Disney+. And happy Women's History Month.
Blair passed away at the age of 66 in July of 1978. In 2022, a mural of Blair was unveiled in her hometown of McAlester, Oklahoma. It features Blair surrounded by vines and a gold stopwatch in reference to her work on Cinderella and Alice in Wonderland. It's located on the side of the Honey Bean Boutique in the city's downtown shopping district. If you're a boss lady or you know someone who you think should be or recognized on the show, drop me a line at Andrea@dailyflashshow.com. Stay with us, much more news and entertainment to come.
Life Love Shopping is a weekly 30-minute lifestyle show hosted by Andrea Jackson. It's focused on the latest trends for your health, home, and happiness. Life Love Shopping offers viewers ways to improve their life and style, wellness, and relationships. If you live it, love it, or buy it, Life Love Shopping will talk about it.
We start today's show with the happiest jobs in America. A recent study found physical therapists take the top spot when it comes to job satisfaction.
Life Love Shopping, your life and style guide from A to Z. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. So glad to have you here. We, of course, are nearing graduation time.
Yes.
And that's when generally in high schools, it's almost a rite of passage that you have some kind of stupid stunt that you do. You know, your senior year.
Prank.
Pranks, that sort of thing. Maddie, did you ever have a senior prank? Did you involve yourself in
Oh, no,
one?
we got in enough trouble through the year. They said
Yes.
if you do any of that, nobody's walking.
That's
so we were told no more. We got enough trouble.
That was honestly, they scared the crap out of me too. And I was like, listen, I'm not saying I'm graduating this year. Well, Baker High School in New York, this kid is graduating and he goes, I'm going to do my prank. So what he does is he sets up he sent a fax to the whole staff, the front office, posing as the principal saying, I quit. I'm resigning. I don't want to be here anymore, right? Well, when you set up a fax, you have to type in like where the fax, it types in. Well, the kid didn't know what happened, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a cover sheet that tells you where it. So I'll put my own phone number in. So he puts his own phone number in, sends it into, well, that's how they caught him. He created also fake school email accounts and used them to send the fax too. So basically, it wasn't like the actual machine, but he sent it to a machine. But you could do it off of the computer.
Sure.
So he made up a fake thing, put his cell phone number down under it, and then send it to it. He is now put in jail for criminal impersonation on your senior year because he also went through and looked at kids using that same email setup to go look at a fellow student's information and also sending things out concerning them as well. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to graduate, but fax machines. First, I didn't who has them anymore.
Why was he doing that? That's
Exactly.
his first problem.
Because he probably thought it was old school technology that he could mask.
Yes. I think that's one, and that's why, because otherwise, why would you put your own cell phone number?
Right.
He had no idea that it would show up.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know, but nevertheless, he's now going to be spending graduation in jail.
A stupid senior moment. That's
Okay.
101, right? Okay,
Yes,
for
100%.
him. And maybe he'll make the most of this, and the FBI or the NSA will contact him, and he'll get a great job
That's the thing.
out of it.
If they'd only do it for good,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
My dad's prank was they put a horse in the front office administration. Granted, this was in like the 60s, and they got away with it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stunts you need. I like that. Ha, ha, ha.
All we did was we ended up collecting all the real estate signs, the for sale signs in everybody's yard, and planted them in the front of the schoolyard.
Oh, that's cool. See, yes, I like
When
that.
you rolled up to school, it was just a sea of real estate for sale
Now
signs.
they charge you with theft, robbery.
Yes, now they would. I don't think.
And the
they
real
would.
estate market just crashed.
Yes.
That was back in, she just graduated in 2008,
Yeah,
and that's why it was all because of Jackson.
It's true. Experts say a new study reveals a possible connection between popular weight loss drugs and more than 100 deaths here in the U.S. However, researchers say none of the deaths have a direct link to weight loss injections primarily used for type 2 diabetes. They say fatalities surged more than 230% in 2023. About the same time these new prescription drugs became popular for weight loss. Experts say if there are millions more people taking a drug, then it also raises the likelihood of problems with patients using it. The FDA has previously warned that in rare cases, they can cause an intestinal blockage, which can then lead to a rupture of the intestines, sepsis, and even organ failure. I don't know about you, but when I see these commercials for all these prescription medications, when they list all the possible side effects, I'm thinking to myself, who on earth would even want to take that?
I agree, and you think of all the things that can go wrong with it, and they'll even tell you if you're going to be on it, you still need to exercise and everything.
Could cause sudden death.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take my chances.
I'll move back from that.
Yeah,
right?
okay. I can drop a dress size, why not?
If you're about to see is a gender reveal party that turns into what many call a polluted air show. Check this out. Watch your screen. It's an influencer's gender reveal party. It included a trio of airplanes leaving smoke trails in the sky. Video shows a couple in front of a balloon set up with planes appear to be in the sky, and they shoot out a blue-colored powder, meaning, well, they're going to have a baby boy. As planes fly by, sparks embedded in the grass area shoot out with an array of blue confetti and more powdery smoke for the mini explosion. Soon-to-be mom says, why is everybody getting all upset about this? I don't get it. Why are you so critical?
NASCAR doesn't even have a flyover like that.
No, not at all. This isn't actually the first time the internet's been divided over crazy gender reveals, and I believe there was a huge forest fire, remember, in California?
Arizona.
That
I think it
started
was
from
Arizona.
that.
Yeah.
Arizona,
Yep. Drop us a line. Let us know what you think. dailyflashshow.com.
KSA Entertainment is proud to produce and provide a robust collection of entertaining, uplifting, and timely content to broadcast, cable, and streaming platforms in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. KSA Entertainment. On point, on air. Welcome back to Daily Flash. Here's Fabian Marcano with this week's The Beat.
Well, Adidas has made an official Bob Marley version of the Adidas SL72. While Bob Marley and Adidas never collaborated officially, the two always shared a connection, with Marley often rocking Adidas apparel and sneakers. There have also been a number of releases that pay homage to the late reggae star. To make this partnership official, the Bob Marley estate has now collaborated with Adidas to release a special edition SL72. His signature is embossed on the heel in gold script, and his name and image are printed on the tongue. The choice of model of the project may have been inspired by this 1976 picture of Marley rocking those exact shoes. Also in the news, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, has a new movie. It's This Is Me Now. It has big stars among guests, but it could have been totally different. Also, Apple Music, this is a very interesting one, is leveraging a partnership with the third-party service SongShift to enable users to move music libraries and playlists from other streaming platforms, such as Spotify, Tidal, and YouTube Music, into the Apple Music app for Android. This allows users to transfer their favorite playlists from other streaming services into Apple Music. The integration aims to simplify the process for users to switch their music collection to Apple Music from other services. The feature is currently in the early testing phase and available to a limited amount of people and Android beta users. I think I'm going to be a part of that if I could switch a couple songs with my Android people, my green message kind of people. But that's going to be coming up very soon, and a lot of more information right here on Daily Flash. And don't forget to catch me on Daily Flash Latino. Check out their website, dailyflashlatino.com, to find your local listings and times. We'll have more coming right after this.
Well, today is National Jelly Bean Day, one of my favorite holidays, and as candy lovers nationwide celebrate their favorite treat, you can now apply to be the first ever Chief Jelly Bean Officer. Joining us now is lifestyle expert Alexa Lee with more on what it takes to secure the title and win top prizes. Hey, Alexa.
Monday, April 22nd is National Jelly Bean Day, and to celebrate, Jelly Belly is on the hunt for the first ever Chief Jelly Belly Bean Officer. Superfans 18 years and older can head to jellybelly.com/ChiefJBO to enter for the chance to be named the ultimate Jelly Bean fan with that official title. They're looking for their biggest fan with an off-the-chart Jelly Belly IQ, a creative palate, and inquisitive taste buds. To win the title, you must prove your devotion by answering a few questions that only a true enthusiast would know, and show off some creativity too. In addition to the title, the winner will receive a $4,500 cash prize, a one-year supply of jelly beans, and some official merch. Jelly beans are fun, they're colorful, and Jelly Belly offers over 100 iconic jelly bean options that, for us big kids, take us back to our childhood. For more info, go to jellybelly.com/ChiefJBO.
Thanks, Alexa. We'll have all that and more on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Now entering its second season, Daily Flash Latino. Designed for the American Latino audience, Daily Flash Latino hosts Jessica Reyes and Fabian Marcano deliver their fresh perspective on the latest entertainment news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, and more in both English and Spanish, aka Spanglish. Daily Flash Latino builds, connects, and celebrates the diverse Hispanic audience.
Take up your chin, por favor, mi amor. Fabián, por favor.
I'm enjoying this just as much as our viewers are enjoying this right now.
Daily Flash Latino, trending news and entertainment with a splash of Spanglish.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment.
Okay, so you want me to cancel the Will and Jada Smith celebrity roast? Okay, will do.
You'll be entertained with intriguing, informative, and engaging guests. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun.
All right, I'm gonna pull a groin. That's not what broke.
Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
We are in the midst of a new season. Here's lifestyle editor Joanne Butler with her favorite beauty trends for spring. Hi, Joanne.
Oh, hi. Thanks for having me. Well, nothing makes you look and feel as good as when you know your teeth are really bright white. But reality checkup, when it comes to a whiter smile, not all toothpaste whiten the same, and your current one likely isn't cutting it. So I am just loving Crest 3D White Brilliance right here in vibrant peppermint. It just tastes so good, and it feels so good when you're brushing. And in just 3 days, it delivers a noticeably whiter and brighter smile, which I appreciate because I drink a lot of coffee. And you're just left with pearly whites, and gives you the confidence you need, just like a confidence boost. So, when you feel confident, you smile more, and nothing's more beautiful than that. You get it right online at crest.com and retailers nationwide. Now, next up, if you're looking for a spring refresh for your hair, especially after the harsh cold weather, Pantene has got you covered. They recently launched this amazing shampoo and conditioning duo that gives you luxury results without the luxury price tag. Get it right at Walgreens. It's the Pantene Pro V Miracles Infinite Lengths and the Miracle Rescue Deep Repair Conditioner. Now, the conditioner is really the star of the show. It has melting Pro V pearls that visibly repair 6 months of damage and just leave your hair really soft and healthy looking, but without weighing it down. And it works as well as the leading $60 hair bonding competitors out there. And the shampoo has biotin and collagen, delivers 90% less hair breakage in your strands just to promote length that lasts and give you healthy hair from the inside out. Again, right at Walgreens, so it's a no-brainer. And you can do a lot with the money you save, like buy a new spring lip color or a spring accessory for your wardrobe, which is always a great pick-me-up. Now, of course, the start of spring and warmer weather also means the start of allergy season for a lot of us. And that can majorly impact, of course, how you feel, but also how you look. Sneezing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, and throat. So if that's you, I highly recommend picking up Zysol here. It helps so much by giving you 24-hour continuous relief so you can just feel and look your best all day long. And what makes it unique and special from other allergy medications is that you can take it at night to relieve symptoms while you sleep. So you just wake up refreshed and ready for the day when pollen levels are actually at their worst. And you can find Zysol pretty much anywhere, food, drug, mass retailers like Walmart, Target, CVS, and Walgreens. For more info, check them out at Zysol.com. And there you have it, my spring survival guide.
Hey, if you're looking for that PC that combines performance with sustainability, Microsoft and its partners offer a range of devices ahead of Earth Day.
Yeah, up first, the Asus ExpertBook B9 OLED features the perfect balance of lightweight durability and craftsmanship. It also is environmentally friendly, consuming 44% less energy than the Energy Star standard, and it was built with up to 70% recycled materials, exceeding the industrial environmental standards.
Wow. Next up is Lenovo ThinkPad Z13G2. Now, this features a slim, lightweight build and an eco-friendly design with recycled materials. Its packaging, too, is made from 100% renewable, plastic-free, and compostable bamboo sugarcane fiber. It's designed to multitask, and this laptop is also equipped with the latest AMD processors and offers excellent battery life and performance. It's perfect for on the go.
And finally, we've got this one, the Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Pro 360. It's designed with internal plastic components made from 20.1% repurposed ocean-bound plastics. Even the touchpad glass and case are partially made from recycled materials. Beyond the device, the PC is shipped in 100% recycled paper boxes and utilizes recycled shrink wrap to further reduce its carbon footprint.
Loving it. As Earth Day approaches, Microsoft and its partners are dedicated to providing devices that help create a more sustainable future. Now, we're going to have this information. It's on our website, and you could check it out at any time. Just go to dailyflashshow.com. There you'll find all of that and so much more. By the way, Earth Day is a great way to be thinking about the environment and where to go, and why not get a nice PC to be able to learn even more about Earth Day.
Head to our website for more information.
Well, feeling confident is more than just looking our best. It's also about feeling our best, both inside and out. Here's renovation expert Tyler Cameron with more on how he actually gets ready to start the day. Hey there, Tyler.
Hi, thank you for having me. Very busy lately. First things first, I got my show coming out, Going Home with Tyler Cameron, April 18th on Prime Video. Guys, you can get all 8 episodes all at once. So binge it, watch it, get it all done this weekend. You have nothing else to do but just watch my show. There's been so much going on. I'm I'm trying to grow my business of renovating and building houses. I'm currently doing my house right now, which has been a lot of work, but a lot of exciting things in front of us. With all these exciting things in front of us, I think you got to be confident, you got to be strong, and know what you're doing. And I think every day, your confidence starts in the morning, and that for me starts with Arm & Hammer plus TheraBreath toothpaste, and that's the first one in the morning. I brush my teeth. It gives me that icy, minty feeling that I need, so I can go to these meetings. I can go talk to executives or whoever it is, and feel confident that one, my breath smells good, and two, I feel good. So that's definitely that. Been staying in shape with all that's in front of me. You got to make sure you're working out. You got to make sure you're staying on it. And also, like with all this work, there comes a lot of stress, I've learned. And the best way to deal with that stress for me has been through fitness to help my mental health. But yeah, it's a lot going on, but very excited. And, we're going to celebrate the show premiere coming out April 18th on Amazon Prime. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a big night for everybody. But can't wait for you guys to watch it. So make sure you check it out. I'll see you on Prime Video, and you can get your Arm & Hammer at Target, Walmart, and Amazon. Don't forget it. It's the best way to start your day.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Make sure you want to check out and get more information. You can find it on our website. All you have to do is head to dailyflashshow.com. Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. It's time for us to take a look at the lifestyles of the rich and famous as we dive into some celebrity real estate.
Let's start with Ellen DeGeneres. Okay. Her stunning Montecito home finally has a buyer. The 66-year-old former talk show host has sold her nearly 12,000 square foot home for $32 million. Right. DeGeneres first purchased the estate outside of Santa Barbara in June of 2023 and listed it for $46 million in October. The property was taken off the market in November, and it's got some history. The mansion was built back in 1919. It offers 6 unique quarters, including the main house, 2 guest homes, a pool house, art studio, and staff office. Additional luxuries include a wine cellar, a pool, tennis courts, a private garden, and a vineyard. It sits on 8 acres of land and offers stunning views of both the Pacific Ocean and surrounding mountains.
That's gorgeous. I know Portia, I know her wife basically does a lot of the designing inside the house. So it looks fantastic inside, really cool. All right, we move on now to the estate known as the Garden Lodge. Now, check this out. This is the former residence of the late Freddie Mercury, lead singer of Queen. It's the first time the property actually has hit the market since Mercury's death back in '91. It's listed as $38 million. The home is located in London's upscale Kensington neighborhood. Freddie found the home in 1980, bought it on the spot. The house is the perfect mix of old school architecture meets new world comfort. Mercury used to call his country house in central London.
That is gorgeous.
Isn't that great? Yeah, I mean, where a queen would live. How about that?
And the home where country star Naomi Judd died has just been listed for rent for $15,000 a month. Her family sold the Tennessee property known as the Grand House last summer. It's been empty since 2023. This nearly 8,000 square foot home has 4 bedrooms, 6 baths, and features high design style inside and out. It's located about 30 miles south of Nashville. The Grand House is a mix of traditional architecture with craftsman style details.
Very nice. And I know, Jackson, you are you're great at the interior design too. So much so that she actually posted her anniversary of when she got her espresso machine involved, which is amazing.
Such a moment.
I go, I'm gonna ask Jackson, and the crap you had to go to get that in there.
I tell you
the kitchen looks great.
It was well worth the wait.
You could see if you go follow Jackson on social media, you'll get to see her espresso machine. It's incredible. Y'all take care. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you when we look at you.
Be good, everybody.
Bye.